What's up, y'all? I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for coming back for yet another week. So this video will be helpful to anybody that's going to apply granular type products to your lawn. You can just kind of learn by the thinking behind it, but it's really designed for those of you who are wanting to put down a pre-emergent herbicide this fall to stop fall and winter annual weeds from invading your lawn next spring. I've got a full blog post, I'll link in the description below, that gives you all the detail you want to know about which weeds we're going after and why, and what lawns they most affect. But I will tell you that this is for any of you that plan to not do any fall seeding. If you plan to seed your lawn this fall, this video is not for you, but I still want you to watch, obviously, because I think it'd be good for you to learn. But for the most part, this will be for those of you who have had problems with poa annua bluegrass, henbit, chickweed, or hairy bittercress. I'm talking mostly to folks down through the transition zone, and if you have warm season lawns like through Louisiana, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, all in through there, even into the Carolinas, your warm season lawns get invaded with poa annua every single year. The problem is you won't see it until next spring, like January, February, when your Bermuda lawn, for example, is completely dormant and you get these little green pops popping up everywhere. That's annual bluegrass invading. And this product here is designed to stop that. It's Dithioyr, it's a pre-emergent herbicide. You've heard me talk about prodiamine in the past. Dithioyr, prodiamine, they're in the same exact herbicide group and work pretty much the same way. They're pretty much interchangeable. One of the differences, though, at least the one that I'm focusing on right now, is that prodiamine has a calendar year maximum. You can only use so much of it in a year. And most of you guys that, you know, kind of work along here with my strategies and things, you've used up most of what you have already in the spring, so you don't have any prodiamine that you're available to use. You might have some in stock. What I'm saying is the label doesn't allow you to use more because you've gone over, or maybe you're gonna go over. So that's why we grabbed the Dithioyr this time, just to give you an option if you still need to put down pre-emergence to keep things going. Like I said, I got a blog post below that gives you all the detail there. I don't want to get wrapped around the axle on it. So with that, let's go now, and I'm just gonna show you real quick how to set your spreader and how to spread it. So for purposes of this video, I'm gonna treat this section right here, and I'm gonna take you to my property map in a second, but this is the section that I'm treating. This is Empire Zoysia, but this product can be used on cool season lawns, warm season lawns, you're gonna be okay. So either way, this area here is 2,500 square feet. Yeah, I know I need to put an edge on it. Have to do that in the next video. Okay, I'm gonna make this in down and dirty and quick and easy as I can, but there is some math that does need to be done. Please don't be scared of the math. Please don't hate the math. Just learn the math and learn to love it. So we're just gonna do, to make things easy, section 4 here, and section 4 is 2,500 square feet. By the way, I wanna give a shout out to Chris Dodge. Chris sent me this laminated property map. What a thoughtful gift, man. He had seen I was getting all kind of coffee stains and stuff on my property map, so he sent me this one, which will no longer get stained. So awesome there, Chris, thank you. So once again, section 4 is 2,500 square feet. So that means that here we go, section 4, 2,500 square feet. My application rate is 4 pounds per thousand. That's the rate that I recommend for you. So 4 pounds per thousand. What that means is 2.5 times 4 is 10 pounds. So I need 10 pounds of product to cover this section 4 here. 10 pounds of this Dithioyr evenly spread across this 2,500 square foot area here. You can see that almost all the Scott spreaders that have that orange dial, they're gonna be somewhere around a setting of 4 or a 5. Now there's that big old one that's got the double pumpers on the bottom. They charge like 80 bucks for it. It's supposed to be the professional version of the Scotts. I'm not sure about that one, but for sure these regular Scott spreaders, just do a setting 4 on that, and trust me, I'm gonna show you how to apply it in a minute, but just put your setting on a setting 4 on most of the Scott spreaders. And again, I'm gonna load 10 pounds of product then into my spreader. I'm gonna have it on setting 4, and I'm gonna get that evenly across this section here, right here, which is 2,500 square feet. Now watch how I do that. Okay, now I'm gonna go to a little extra trouble here, and I'm gonna weigh the fertilizer out. And I've been doing this long enough to know that 98% of you are not gonna have a scale. You're not gonna be weighing out your fertilizer, and I get it, I understand. That's why I'm doing this for you. So I'm gonna show you the most meticulous way to do this, and then tell you in the end how you can do it and be all good, right in the ballpark, everything will be fine. So I'm gonna go to this extra measure. Now, if you have a fish scale or a luggage scale and you wanna weigh the fert out, I think you should do that. But again, my goal is to do all this work for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out 10 pounds of product in this bucket and then put that in the spreader. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and made one full pass going in this direction on this lawn here. Now you noticed I didn't do a trim pass because with the method I'm showing you here, you don't need to do a trim pass. So let me just review it one more time so you see what we've done, and then I'm gonna show you what's still left in the hopper so you get an idea here. So I went up and back, right? That's what I did. If you want to look at it from the camera angle I was at, it was here, and I was coming towards you, up and back and up and back, right? That's how I was doing it. Now let me show you what's left over in the spreader, and we do this on purpose. So you can see there, and this is where you need to do a little bit of an eyeball. It's a little more than half of what I started with. But the idea, what I'm gonna do now, is I'm gonna go up and back this way, and I'm gonna cross it, so that way I get a nice even application. And just using my own intuition and logic, I'm gonna go ahead and bump this up to a 4 3/4, maybe a 5, just to make sure the rest of this flows out. So on the first pass I was at 4, and that was a little light. Again, that's just using my common sense, looking at what I started with and what was gone after my first set of passes. So I bumped it up to just under a 5, and that actually felt a little heavy. So what I can tell you with confidence is, and again, all of these spreaders are gonna be a little bit different, but I can tell you with confidence, if you put your Scott spreader, ones like this, if you put your Scott spreader, one like this, Edge Guard Deluxe, or any of the other ones that have that orange opening there, have that orange dial there, 4 1/2 is where you want to be. Make a pass north and south, make a pass east and west, and call it good. I've got enough fudge factor built into the app rate that you're going to be fine. You're not going to be light on your pre-emergent. Now I don't want you to go heavy. Please don't do that. Don't go any heavier than this, because we do have a lot of potash in there. We don't want to overload that. We don't want to put too much of a good thing in, and we don't want to put too much dithiopyr down. So again, beginners, 4 1/2 on your setting on your Scott spreader, north and south, east and west, call it good, you're set. Now with that, let me show you earthway settings to do the same exact type of a strategy.